So the conditions are different. But of course, let's not do nothing because we're going to lose anyway.
Well, the focus is the conditions are different, but is the so-called oppressor different? This is the same oppressor. Nothing has changed from them.
If the liberator changes, the oppression changes. You hear what I'm saying?
That's good.
Once the liberation movement changes, the oppressor has to change his. But our problem is we've been trying to make adjustments based on the oppressor.
Right.
We make the oppressor world go round, not the other way. You feel me? We're the one that empowers or puts the fuel into the vehicle that's called white supremacy.
Right.
Well, we decline from patronizing them. They will have no supremacy whatsoever. Just what we do on sneakers alone. Supremacy whatsoever. Just what we do on sneakers alone empowers, enforces, and puts the fuel in the vehicle of white supremacy. Just what we spend on sneakers alone.
Right.
I mean, it's not that difficult. Just what we do in having our children born in their hospitals. Do in having our children born in their hospitals. Doing having our children born in their hospitals is the impetus for white supremacy. So you see, it really don't even take that much money. What it takes is a certain level of education so we can decline. Take that much money. What it takes is a certain level of education so we can decline from using them as a primary resource to help each other. There's nothing stopping us from producing our own sneakers and our own shoes. There's nothing stopping us from having our own home births. You see, these are practical things that don't cost us much or little to nothing. It's not illegal to homeschool. So we have home births and we homeschool, we be knocking out a big portion of what they call white supremacy. And if we understand the real estate market a lot more, then we'll be knocking out 1/3 of their gross domestic product. Do you know 1/3 of all the income or revenue that is generated by the United States of America comes from real estate in the form of foreclosures and mortgage, debt obligations, and financing? So we were to find a way, and we're the least likely to get a house and the most likely to lose it. 1/3 of their economy is predicated upon us being hoodwinked by debt obligations as they hypothecate the mortgages so they can solicit the sale of the debt that you go into, which means everyone else is making money off of your debt obligation except for you. And even when they foreclose on you, the promissory note affixed to the mortgage note, the debt obligation, is still being made as a profitable instrument on behalf of the first person or first financial institution that sold you the property in a conditional interest as a debtor via UCC 9-105 in parentheses D, where a debtor can only conditionally own property. So you see, what we're talking to you about is when you get your property or you acquire your asset, that you establish a perfected claim, thereby reaffirming your land of the crown doctrine. Your property becomes your crown once you establish a perfected claim. That, in its best sense and in its purest form and essence, is the closest you will get to actually completely owning your property by establishing a perfected claim, which is a form of a lien that a secured party creditor would conduct so they would not be ostracized or alienated as a consumer and this American populace. See, these are things that we have to learn because what? It makes it cheaper for us. Or you can divest your time and your energy into paying for a fixed rate mortgage that goes for a duration of 30 years and you'll have to pay for something for 30 years for the rest of your life. See, I'm 30 years old and I'm gonna tell you, I've been telling the old heads in my family when I was coming up and they always thought I was disrespectful. But I told them one day I'm gonna put something powerful together and you're gonna see how us young celebrities, you're gonna see how the young hip-hoppers, you're gonna see we're gonna have a youthful movement with the support of the elders. Today is called New Covenant. We're gonna make a change. And the reason why I'm saying this is I watched my grandmother work for a phone company for 40 years and got a pension that gives her $2,000 every 2 weeks, $4,000 a month. You feel me? $48,000 a year. This is the most that they can give her for building someone else's construct, someone else's vision. You know how much white children she sent to school over her labor? And they giving her $2,000 when she retired, and she died a few years after because the lifetime expectancy is 72. She worked a little longer to about 66, 67 to get more benefits. And you got me watching her with her back hurting, going to work for 40 years before I was born and while I was alive, waiting for Jesus to come. had a house foreclosed upon, and barely had enough in her pension after she worked for someone for 40 years to feed her family as a black woman that became a homeowner in her own right, still lost her crib, and at the end of working for someone for 40 years, all she can be given is $2,000 every 2 weeks for her pension, and you think I'm gonna follow that shit? I love my grandmother, and I would never let her hear me curse this right now as she passed. But there's no way I will follow in her path, and no one else's path in my family that don't mind working till 65, 66, 67. I don't mind if it's gonna send black children to school in the process of me feeding my family. But if I'm feeding another racist family for 30 years, 40 years, so I could retire around 66, 67, and the lifetime expectancy be 72, so I only got 5 years left, and most people that retire die from boredom any damn way the first 2 years. What kind of life is that? I'm looking to retire in 2-3 years from now. I want to enjoy my youth. I already sacrificed too much of it teaching. You know what the homies is doing at age 30? They recovering from last night. Today's Sunday. You know what I'm doing? I'm studying, I'm preparing for a debate. You know what the homies is doing at my age at 30? You know what's inside of their system right now? And they calling it having fun. So I already sacrificed a lot of my youth, but I have to because I got children. And your children, some is look like we busting out somebody who got born, but we are supposed to answer our children's prayers, man. From the time a woman is born, she's born with all the ovate cells she will ever have. This means she's born with all the potential children she will ever have. Children go through 3 months inception, 3 perfect ovulations, and then 9 months conception. So they really 1 year old by the time they come out. They went through a 12-month process. It's already been ordained for us to be here in the answer to the prayers and the callings of our children. We are the prophets of our children. They are the revelation. We are the prophets. We can't sit here and know another generation comes behind us. It's like being in part of a presidency and someone made a lot of mess and it's a big debt, and then I got to come in to be president and clean up someone else's mess, and everybody start thinking the mess is on me.
Right.
Black people got to stop thinking this mess is on them, per se. We walked into this mess, and I ain't even calling out white folks at this particular time. I'm talking to us brothers and us sisters. We got to put something together because we got all this knowledge. We said we built the pyramids. We said it's a 32-degree line and latitude where the pyramids are all on the same line. We are the fathers and the mothers of math and science. We did all of this, but we can't escape poverty. Like seriously, at the end of the day, it's the white man's the devil. Now I'm in conflict. Now I'm in conflict. Are they going to teach me that I'm God and I'm cream of the universe and I created all this and I'm the mother and the father of mathematics and science as it relates to my race? You're going to tell me that we built the pyramids and we lined them up, Khufu, Khafre, and Menku Are with Alni Lam, Anitaka, Mentaka. You're going to say that we did these things. And the Sphinx was linked and facing in the direction of the pyramids, and you could correspond the Sphinx with the Leo constellation. And the Nile River corresponds with the Milky Way. And the pyramids of Giza correspond with the Belt of Orion. And all this wasn't by chance. This was because we're brilliant, because we're gods, or the offspring of gods. But when it comes down to why we in a fucked up situation today, it's because the white man, that's just a contradiction. There ain't no fucking white supremacy. That's nigga shit right there. White people can't be supreme. The fuck you talking about? How could we be under white supremacy after you gave me all the lessons? I believe those lessons. So now I'm taking them and I'm running with them. If I'm God, the reason why this shit's fucked up is because it's on me. I gotta make the change. That's the shit that I'm on right now. I'm not, and anybody that I teach has to know, no white folks have a say in what brought us down. After I done became after our races become the mother and the father of math and science and built pyramids and they aligned with all these different constellations, it comes down to the white man's the reason why we in this situation. Nigga, you full of shit. And that's why the youth is going to be the one to take this to the next level. Elders, I'm asking you, get your walkers and catch up. Get your wheelchairs and catch up. And this ain't disrespectful. I'm talking to you have elders and you have olders. You have sheiks and you have people that's just shaky. You feel me? So I'm talking to those people that's slow rolling in our liberation. That's what I'm talking about. Stay closer, baby. I'm talking about people that slow motion in this liberation movement. Stop feeding us slow. Then I understand. Because you know what? One of the best things that work to us, to our better advantage in the world, as a youth, is our ignorance. Blessed to be fucking ignorant. I'm gonna tell you why. We blessed to be ignorant because we wasn't there when people got hosed down. We wasn't there when the woman got tied to the 2 horses and pulled apart and the baby came out. We wasn't there when we got lynched, raped, and castrated. One of the best things that works to the advantage of the younger generation is that we're not plagued by the perception of these things transpiring right before our eyes. So when they try to explain to us, it's just an explanation, it's just a picture. So I don't know what I'm getting myself into when I'm trying to be a freedom fighter. That's one of the most luckiest things we got working for us, because a lot of the elders are scared as shit. A lot of the elders are scared to death. You mention white man, they cringe. Trust me, they'll fold and they'll join them before they even try to do anything to free themselves. They're scared. And I'm saying probably the best thing that happened to us as a youth is that hip-hop has taken our mind into the possibilities of being great. We're gonna be rich forever. This shit is empowering. I listen to that now because it empowers me. It's rebellious. I need to be rebellious. Don't tell me about, but what if the white man takes your house after you get it? Ain't no nigga think about that. Let's get it. Well, guess what's gonna happen? If a bunch of us get that house and someone takes it, we gonna fight. So let's get everybody in a position to get their house and get their gold. Because this generation, I'm telling you, something about us, we ain't about to let no one take our gold in the house. See, during slavery, we didn't really have shit, and the little we had, they took. But in this generation, niggas is driving Maybachs and shit. You think this white man can enforce that same shit on niggas? You crazy. We got even better arms than they had back in the day. The niggas is carrying shit bigger than with the Jakes. There's some young man on Facebook, and it was crazy because he posted this shit on Instagram and everything. They locked him up. My nephew know his name. Nigga have a rocket launcher. What the fuck is he doing with a rocket launcher? So I'm saying, just think about what they doing in Chirac. And you think when them boys start really eating, especially if they got what they get righteously, you think if they give up the trap teachings and learn how to get their property and their wealth in a righteous manner, you think that they putting up their rocket launcher? No, that shit is always gonna be there. Cause I know myself, I always reserve a certain level of nigga in me, just in case I have to come back out with the shit. I'm never letting the whole nigga go. My inner nigga is gonna be here for the rest of my life. Cause somebody gonna front eventually, and I'm gonna have to summon him. But that's not for my people. That's for the actual enemy. And that's where our state of mind gotta be. So I'm telling you that